Hey, what's up, guys? So it's your boy Legal Doc Guy here. So look at, I didn't have a chance to put out the video for today. I'm gonna do it later today. I woke up. Well, I kept hitting the snooze button, so I didn't make it up on time to record the video where I'll be discussing the July 2012 bar exam question 3, which is an evidence question. It's a very good question. It has to do with a murder. And I'll discuss that later today. Tonight when I get home, I'll record the podcast. Right now I'm at work, and I thought it'd be fun just to do a really short video on character evidence, since we're going to be talking about evidence later today. I don't know if character evidence is, I don't believe it's part of this July 2012 exam. Probably not. The July 2012 exam has more to do with witnesses, spousal privilege, things like that, people on the stand. So we'll go through that, but I thought it'd be fun because I forgot all my stuff to just go over character evidence real quick under Rule 404B, Federal Rules of Evidence. And this has to do with other crimes or past wrongs, things like that. So imagine you have a criminal defendant and the prosecutor wants to bring in a crime that you did in the past. And they want to bring this evidence in and have it admitted into trial to prove that because you did something in the past, it's likely that you are responsible for committing this current crime. They say it's called, basically, you have that to show propensity, that because you did it in the past, it's likely that you did it this time around. And the court has codified where like, well, no. You can't just bring in someone's past crime and use that to say that because they did it before that they did it this time. Okay, that'd be unfair, to say the least. It's prejudicial, I guess it would be the proper way of putting that. So under Rule 404B, it prohibits using evidence of a person's other crimes, wrongs, or bad acts to prove character in order to show that the person acted in conformity with that character on a particular occasion. So in other words, you cannot argue he did it before, so he probably did it again, right? So, however, under 404B, the same rule, it allows you to offer evidence of other acts if it's offered for a non-propensity purpose, such as to prove motive, opportunity, intent, preparation, plan, knowledge, identity, absence of mistake, or lack of accident. Okay, and now this is usually, remember, they have a mnemonic. It's mimic, MIMIC, right? Motive, intent, mistake, absence of identity, common plan. I don't particularly like that mnemonic. I have one of my own that helps me memorize it. So if I'm on the bar exam and you're looking up to get a character question, you'll be able to outline it very quickly or jot it down. You'll know exactly what it is. So I came up with the mnemonic that Kim's a lop. Kim is a lop. I used to know this girl, Kim, and she was like, we worked at the same place together, and she's actually not a lop. She's a sweetheart, but she's the only Kim I know. So I use that to remember Kim's a lop, okay? In real life, Kim's not a lop. She's a sweetheart. But I decided to, Kim's a lop, okay? So how we spell that? K-I-I-M, then A, lop, L-O-P-P, okay? So the way I remember that, Kim, K means knowledge. I intent. The other I is identity. M is motive. Then the A is absence of mistake. And then the L is lack of accident, okay? Then O is opportunity. P is plan, and the other P is preparation, okay? So I can go through these really quick. Obviously, if you're trying to show that the person had a motive for committing the crime, you can bring in that past crime. You're not bringing it in to show that on this particular occasion, they were acting in conformity with their character, right? This guy has done it before, he did it again. No, I'm bringing this in for another purpose, to show motive, okay? Or maybe you want to show it to that I'm bringing in this evidence of the past crime to show that they had a plan to commit this current crime, okay? So you could use it for any of those. There's 9 that you could use it for, okay? And of course, even if you're able to get it admitted under one of these exceptions, and remember, that's where you earn the points on the bar exam. If you're able to show that you know the rule, but you also know that there's these exceptions to the rule, right? That's where you get the big points. So even if you can get it in on one of those exceptions, you still have to show relevance. That's legal relevance, and it's probative, and it's not substantially outweighed by unfair prejudice, and notice to the defendant in a criminal cases. Okay, and that's under Rule 404B3. So it still has to meet the relevance requirements, right? Logical relevance and legal relevance. Okay. If you have any questions, please post a comment in the comment section. If there's a subject you want me to hit on, where I can give you a detailed explanation of that subject. If you're curious to know more about situations that have to do with motive, opportunity, plan, preparation, knowledge, identity, and fact patterns, how that might look, let me know, and I'll be happy to put something together and bam, put it in here. Just remember, hit something every single day. I know that you guys have families. I know that you guys have obligations. I remember when my law school professor said to me once, one law school professor said, when you're studying for the bar, you got to tell your whole family and you got to tell everybody that I'm going to be in my cave for 6 months and I'm not going to talk to nobody. I'm not going to do anything. And all I'm going to do is laser focus on the bar exam, right? And I'm like, yeah, he's right. Shoot, that was never a reality for me. I have a child. I ended up having a child, my daughter, my beautiful little girl, right before I started law school. I went through law school, passed the baby bar, went through those years of law school with a kid. And there was no way I could tell my kid, hey, sorry, you're going to have to be over here in the corner. No one puts baby in the corner, So, and then, you got mom, you got wife, you got husband, you got parents, you got whatever people, just friends, they just want your time and energy. People say they support you, but they don't understand what it is that you're currently trying to do. So that means that we have to hit little pockets when we can. Things like this, just like, boom, I'm going to write down. So what I like to do is to help me remember these things so that I don't have to keep coming back to them. I take scratch paper at work. Usually I just throw it into the recycler, but what I started doing is cutting it in half, and then I staple it, I make these little books, and then I write the rule right up here. I wish I had one. I took them all home with me yesterday, and then I'm stuck because my boss wanted to see my work today, and I'm not going to have it for him, my study work, that is. I'm not going to have it for him. He's going to think I'm a big liar because I forgot it. But anyway, what I like to do is I write the rule up here, and then I use each page to keep writing it over and over and over again. I write it over and over and over again until I know it by heart, right? And that's what I've been doing. So anyway, if you want any more tips or anything like that, let me know. Please drop a like, comment in the thing. If you made it all the way to the end, put California Bar 2026 sucks. Put a little emoji like this. And that way I know you made it to the end. Share this with your friends or law school buddies if you think it'll help. And please ask some questions if you have any questions. And good luck out there, guys.